What if I told you that the most powerful thing you could do for your energy, your drive, and your vitality costs less than $1 and takes under 3 minutes to prepare every single morning? No pills, no prescriptions, no expensive supplements sitting on a shelf collecting dust. Just four natural ingredients that men have been using for centuries, and science is now confirming exactly why they work so well together. This is not a trend. This is not something invented last year by a marketing team. This is a morning ritual that activates your body from the inside out. And once you start using it consistently, you will wonder how you ever functioned without it. We call this the morning activator. It is a simple energy elixir built specifically for male strength, stamina, hormonal balance, and mental sharpness. It takes less than 3 minutes to make. You drink it first thing in the morning, and the effects, you feel them within the hour, not tomorrow. Not after 2 weeks of waiting. Within 60 minutes of your first cup, something shifts. Your mind gets clearer. Your body feels lighter. Your drive, your focus, your energy, all of it starts moving in the right direction. Let us talk about exactly what goes into it and why every single ingredient was chosen with intention. The first ingredient is coffee. 2 teaspoons of instant coffee. Now, most people drink coffee just to wake up. They pour a cup, they scroll their phone, they wait for the fog to lift, and they call that a morning routine. But that is not what we are doing here. In this formula, coffee is not just a habit. It is a precision tool being used for a very specific purpose. Instant coffee delivers caffeine directly and quickly into your system. Within 20 to 30 minutes of consumption, caffeine enters your bloodstream and begins working on your central nervous system at the neurochemical level. It blocks adenosine, the compound responsible for making you feel tired and sluggish, and in its place, dopamine and norepinephrine begin to rise. The result is sharper focus, faster reaction time, higher motivation, and a body that is primed and ready to perform at a higher level than it would otherwise reach on its own. But here is what most men get wrong about coffee. When you drink it alone on an empty stomach without anything to support it or buffer it, you get a spike and then a crash. Your energy shoots up fast and then it drops hard. You end up more tired than you started, sometimes anxious, sometimes irritable, sometimes with a headache by midday that you cannot explain. That is caffeine without a foundation. That is an engine without fuel. In this formula, coffee is the ignition. It is what starts everything. But the other ingredients are what keep everything running clean and strong all the way through the morning. The second ingredient is honey, 1 teaspoon of raw honey. And this is where things get genuinely interesting, because most people think of honey as just a sweetener, something to make your tea taste better, something to put on toast. But in the context of male health, honey is one of the most underrated and underused natural compounds that exists. Honey has been used as a performance enhancer since ancient times. Greek athletes consumed it before competition. Ayurvedic medicine prescribed it specifically for male vitality for thousands of years. Warriors used it, physicians used it, and now modern science is catching up and explaining in precise biochemical terms exactly why it works so well. First, honey is one of the richest natural sources of zinc available to you, and zinc is not optional when it comes to male hormonal health. Your body cannot synthesize testosterone without adequate zinc. It is a required building block in the production chain. And the reality is that most men, especially men over the age of 40, are chronically deficient in zinc without ever knowing it. They feel tired, they feel less driven, they notice their performance declining slowly over time, and they blame stress or age when the real issue is a mineral deficiency that a teaspoon of honey can begin to address every single morning. Second, honey contains boron. Boron is a trace mineral that does not get nearly enough attention in conversations about male health. Studies have shown that consistent boron intake can raise free testosterone levels by up to 25% in as little as 7 days. Not total testosterone, free testosterone. The kind your body can actually use. The kind that translates into real energy, real drive, real physical and mental performance. That is a significant change from one trace mineral that most men have never even heard of. Third, honey is a natural aphrodisiac. This is not folklore or outdated thinking. The word honeymoon literally comes from the ancient tradition of newlywed couples drinking honey-based mead for the first full month of their marriage, specifically to promote fertility, sexual vitality, and physical performance between partners. That tradition existed across multiple cultures independently because the results were undeniable. People observed what honey did to the human body, and they built rituals around it. We are doing the same thing here, just with a much better understanding of why it works. But beyond all of that, honey does something else inside this formula that makes the entire drink more effective than the sum of its parts. It eliminates the crash. When you combine honey with coffee, the glucose in honey enters your bloodstream in a slow, controlled, steady manner. It does not spike your blood sugar and drop it. It buffers the caffeine. It extends your energy window significantly. It smooths out the sharp rise and prevents the hard fall that coffee alone always produces. So instead of feeling alert for 40 minutes and then exhausted for the rest of the morning, you feel clear, strong, focused, and grounded for 2, 3, sometimes 4 hours without any dip in the middle. And additionally, honey actively improves nutrient absorption in your gut. It helps your digestive system pull more value from everything else you consume, which means the remaining ingredients in this formula perform better and more completely because the honey is already present in the mix. Take your 2 teaspoons of coffee and your 1 teaspoon of honey and mix them together thoroughly in your cup. Stir until the mixture is completely smooth and uniform. No dry coffee sitting at the bottom. No separation. A fully combined, consistent paste. This base alone is already more effective than any standard cup of coffee you have ever had. But we are not finished yet, not even close. The third ingredient is orange juice. 1 freshly squeezed orange, not bottled juice. Not concentrate. A real orange, cut and squeezed directly into your mixture. And the reason we use fresh orange juice here is not just about taste, though it does balance the bitterness of the coffee in a way that makes this drink genuinely enjoyable to consume. The reason is vitamin C. Fresh orange juice delivers a direct, bioavailable dose of vitamin C at exactly the right moment, right alongside your coffee and honey. And what vitamin C does in the male body is something most men are completely unaware of. Vitamin C is essential for hormone synthesis. Your body uses it as a cofactor in the production of testosterone and other key hormones. Without sufficient vitamin C, your hormonal output is limited regardless of how well you sleep or how well you eat. It is another building block, another required element in a process that your body is trying to run every single day. Beyond hormones, vitamin C plays a direct role in endorphin production. Endorphins are your body's natural mood elevators, your natural pain reducers, your natural motivation amplifiers. Higher vitamin C intake supports higher endorphin output, which means better mood, better drive, and better resilience to stress throughout the day. And on top of all of that, vitamin C is one of the most powerful immune system reinforcers available in nature. It strengthens your white blood cell activity, improves your body's ability to fight off illness, and helps you recover faster from physical exertion. Add your freshly squeezed orange juice directly into the honey and coffee mixture. Stir it together until everything is combined. You will notice immediately that the color and the texture shift. The drink opens up. It becomes something that smells good, looks vibrant, and already feels like something your body wants. The fourth and final ingredient is ginger. A piece of fresh ginger root, 2 to 3 centimeters long. Peel it, then either finely chop it or grate it directly. Fresh ginger is the ingredient that takes everything in this formula and amplifies it at the circulatory level. And that is what makes it so critical, especially for men over 40, over 50, over 60, and beyond. Ginger is a natural vasodilator. What that means is that it causes your blood vessels to expand and relax, which increases blood flow throughout your entire body. And increased blood flow changes everything. When circulation improves, nutrients move through your body faster and more completely. Oxygen reaches your muscles, your brain, and your organs more efficiently. Your heart does not have to work as hard to push blood through your system. And for male physical performance specifically, healthy blood circulation is not a secondary concern. It is the primary mechanism. It is the foundation that everything else depends on. Traditional medicine systems across Asia, the Middle East, and South America have used ginger as a male vitality enhancer for thousands of years. not because of tradition alone, but because the results were consistent and observable. Men who consumed ginger regularly reported better endurance, better recovery, better overall physical function. Modern research has confirmed what those traditions observed. Ginger improves circulation, reduces inflammation in blood vessels, and supports the kind of sustained physical output that most men over 40 assume is simply no longer available to them. Place your grated ginger into your cup. Pour your honey, coffee, and orange juice mixture directly over it. Then fill the rest of the cup with warm water, not boiling, just warm, around 60 to 70 degrees Celsius. Hot enough to activate everything fully, but not hot enough to break down any of the heat-sensitive compounds in the honey and orange juice. Stir the entire drink together one final time until everything is fully integrated. This is your morning activator. This is what 2,000 years of traditional knowledge and modern nutritional science look like in a single cup. Drink it in the morning, ideally on an empty stomach or shortly after waking. Do not exceed 1 to 2 cups per day. More is not better here, and the formula is designed to work within that dosage. Avoid drinking it in the evening because the combined stimulating effect of the caffeine and ginger will interfere with your sleep, and good sleep is itself one of the most important things you can do for testosterone levels and overall male health. When you use this consistently, every morning, same time, same formula, the effects compound. The first few days you notice the energy. By the end of the first week you notice the mood, the clarity, the drive. By the end of the first month, the physical changes begin to become apparent, more endurance, better recovery, a feeling of vitality that you may not have experienced in years. Some men report feeling the difference as early as the third morning. Others need a full week before the shift becomes undeniable. But it comes. It comes because this formula is not masking anything or temporarily stimulating your nervous system past its natural limits. It is giving your body what it has been missing, the raw materials it needs to produce energy, hormones, and physical performance from the inside, naturally, the way it was always designed to. Age is not the reason men slow down. Deficiency is. Poor circulation is. Hormonal decline that nobody addresses because nobody tells them how to address it naturally. This drink addresses all three at the same time, every single morning, for less than $1 a day. 4 ingredients, 3 minutes, 1 cup, every morning. That is all it takes to begin.